Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right. So, given that I had been to Bangkok, okay, I had been to Bangkok for business, pleasure, work, pleasure in the sense with the family. I thought it would be nice for me to give you my perspective between life in Bangkok versus life in Samui. Okay, so city versus village. So put your comments and thoughts down below if you agree, disagree, and if you have any questions. Okay, I have written down 17 points, so I don't want to miss out on any. Okay, the first one is, man, Bangkok is bloody expensive. Very, very expensive. I'm not talking of the hotel room, but I'm talking of everything else. Everywhere you have to go, you have to take a taxi, or you have to take a motorbike, or you have to take a bus. That is expense. Every place where they are selling something at a kiosk, they're expensive, because obviously you can't go to a convenience store. Then every meeting, you have to spend money there. So easily very, very expensive. That's point number one. Okay. And I'll tell you, don't go to Bangkok thinking, oh, it's going to be cheap. Well, if it's maybe cheaper than Hong Kong or cheaper than New York, that is also subjective depending on how much you spend. Yes, there are cheaper places, but then do you have time to go away from everything that is main and locate all these cheap areas? And obviously, if you look like a tourist, they will charge you more. Point number two, what I noticed in Bangkok is everyone is trying to outdo each other. Whether, you can literally feel it. Whether it is the dress sense, whether it is the mannerism, whether it is the looks, you can literally feel everyone's trying to compete with each other and outdo each other. Everyone's like looking elegant, like models. Nobody is looking like a normal human being. Everyone's looking like something out of a Hollywood movie, So I felt everyone's trying to outdo, and you can literally sense it. If you really feel it, you can sense it, And point number three is people trying to show off. Oh, if you thought people were trying to outdo, obviously, what is the reason to show off? And show off is they show off the best of the best assets that they have. Whether it is, in fact, forget girls trying to show their cleavage and, the contours of their body. Guys wearing tight pants where you can see every outline of every area. Oof, I was like, oh, sheesh, what the hell is happening? Everyone's trying to show off. It really hits you like, sheesh, man. Everyone's like, wow, like this, So obviously it influences you, right? Point number four is, in Bangkok, especially if you travel to these shopping malls, and everyone's having the latest gadget, the latest phones, the latest style, the latest hairdo, the latest dress sense. Everything is now the latest, the futuristic. And people like to flaunt it. The bag, you can make out, this is a Louis Vuitton. The outfit they're wearing, designer. Prada glasses. Yeah, everything is fashion. Point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth one, I was surprised to see line. Normally you have a line waiting to get in. There were lines for luxury brands like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all the luxurious brands. Well, I found out from one of my friends who's working there that it's for COVID protocol, you cannot have more than 8 to 10 people. But to give you an idea, every single day that I went to the shopping mall, to the cheap food court that was there, that's the only place I like to really eat. Every day there was a line, and sometimes, you see one guy, he's at the back of the line, you go down, out of 45 minutes you come back, he's still waiting there. I mean, wow. And people really have money to spend in these designer brands. Okay, point number 6. This is to give you a very interesting perspective. Okay, here in Samui, where I stay, for 200 baht, okay, 200 baht, you can get a all-you-can-eat buffet with prawns, with shells, with crabs. You know, nice crab, not very big ones, nice crabs. All you can eat for 200 baht. Okay, me, my wife, my little baby. This to make it free for my baby. For 400 baht, and we would buy, maybe some cold drinks, 450. Let's say 450 or 500. Take it as 500. For 500 baht, all you can eat. And we would eat, my wife especially would eat for like 3 hours, 4 hours, stuffing her face. There in Bangkok, 200 baht, you'll get a coffee. Or you might get a croissant. Because you're going in expensive areas. Not exactly 200, 135, 140. Obviously, if you want something cheaper, you'll have to go out of your way. It will not be in the main street. But that to me was like, really struck me. It's like here for 200 baht, all you can eat. There, 200 baht, cup of coffee. That was surprising. Number 7, everything, that movie, Fast and Furious. Everything is fast. The trains come fast, people run fast, you get out fast, you have to rush fast, you don't want to stand in line. Very, very fast. There's nothing slow. Right from the time you get up in the morning, traffic is running, people are running up, running down. Ooh, plenty of exercise, I'll tell you that. It's not like here, like slow walking, no, nothing. Point number 9, I was alarmed and surprised to see how many people had bandages on their nose, bandages on their ears. That means everyone is opting for surgery. In fact, in the 7 days, given the fact I was traveling a lot in between these places, on an average, every day, at least 2 I would see. The highest I saw in one day, I was actually counting sometimes, 8. Just imagine 8 different people with bandages here or something, for a fact they opted for surgery. That is why you see the billboards and everyone has a perfect face, perfect eyes, perfect nose, perfect cheek, perfect chin. They just opt for surgery is like changing a dress, man. Bloody crazy. Point number 10. Oh, every single person I saw was on social media. Their smartphones, they're like this. In the train when I sat down, no, I stood up, sorry. Every person seated was like this. Every person standing was like this. When you go in the shopping mall, people are like this. Coffee they're drinking, they're like this. Everywhere. There's nobody who's just sitting and enjoying the moment. Yeah, 1 or 2 people may be there. But nobody was sitting and enjoying the moment. Even while eating food, the phone, and then like this. We sat in one roadside joint. Maybe I'll upload that video later. A group of these youngsters came. Obviously must have been working for a fashion brand because all of them were dressed up in the same uniform. As soon as they sat next to us, this lady boy got her phone out. Obviously had a voice like a man. And then, just for that one selfie, I was just looking up and paying attention. I think nearly 7-8 minutes or more than that. Kept trying different angles, took the phone this side, only for her. This side. Finally, looked at one photo and liked that one photo. And then enlarged it. And then I saw the next 5 to 7 minutes enlarging, because the phone was big now. Sitting very close. Because it was a crowded place. Putting the color, putting the filter. Oh, social media addiction. The next one, point number, I think 11. Temptations. Oof. I'll tell you, man. See, here in Samui, I'm with my wife. I don't think much about girls. I'm a guy. I do think of girls here and there. Maybe we would watch porn. But there, massage parlors, soapy baths, happy endings. There was a guy who was he reminded me of Pattaya. He was roaming with a cart. Sir, check special, Indian guy. I thought, what special? I really thought it was a menu, this thing, for food. I opened it, all girls. And you want which girl? Come on. Good quality, good, happy. She keep you. Obviously, seeing my tattoos, he must have thought I was a foreigner. So, like, bloody hell, man. It's a menu card for girls. Which girl? You can do sucky, fucky, boom, boom, everything, and front, back, bum, mouth. Man, the temptation. I honestly told my wife, if I was here alone, I see my wife is there. I told my wife, if I'm here alone, I'll surely be going to at least one place. Annie, when I was in Bangkok, I told you, no, if I alone, I will go. Correct? See, I told my wife. That's why my wife want me to go. Next time alone, no? Come together. No, there's too much of temptation, man. Too much. In fact, you'll find this surprising. When I was on the train, when I was in the malls and all that, girls actually smiled at me. Some approached, some said hi. One came and sat down to talk to me. Obviously, I do not know what is their profile. You can say that maybe it was a bar girl or whatever. But you know, a girl smiling at you, even at the bookstore, Kinokuniya, one girl smiled and moved. I was like, sheesh, man, if I was here alone, I would give in to temptation. 10, 11, 12. I think 12, right? Peer pressure. You know, you remember that group of youngsters that I saw at the table. What I realized is peer pressure is very real. If I was there and I was maybe had friends with these people, I was friends with these people and I was working in this environment, the chances that I would be influenced into this kind of lifestyle, very, very high. That's why in a way I'm glad I'm here. No friends, no nothing, nobody, because oh, how can you resist? Like, how many times can you resist temptation? It's like you want to lose weight and someone is giving chocolates right in front of you, they're eating chocolates, and at some point you will cave in, right? Then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is, I told you about social media, and 13 is without your phone, you can't do anything in Bangkok. You need your phones for Google Maps, you need your phones for location, you need your phone for uploading pictures, you need your phone for communicating. You can't do anything in Bangkok without a phone. If you don't have a phone, you'll be like a headless chicken. You wouldn't know where you are. You can't expect to take a map and move around. Don't even translating, you need a phone. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I would say in Bangkok, everything is sexualized to attract members of the opposite sex. And it has to be perfect. See, for example, you see any of the ads on the shopping malls, on the boards, the videos will come out later. You'll see so many hoardings. All of them look perfect. Their smile, their teeth, their skin, their hair, their nose, their cheek, their chins, their ears, their dress. When you have so much of glorified perfection, wouldn't it tempt you to be perfect as well? And then obviously, why are you trying to be perfect? To attract members of the opposite sex. For all the pleasantries and all the attention. It is very, very high there. And that brings me to my next point, 15th, I think. There is more focus on externalities rather than internal. I don't know, maybe because I was viewing other people. Very few people I saw sitting and reading a book, like educating their mind, or maybe you can say that I was in a shopping mall or I was in a train or that. I didn't feel anyone. Yes, there was one exception where one girl, she was actually not a student, but she was reading and writing notes, English, how to read. No, how to, some exercise module on a, I checked the title, it was certification for some exercise level, to be an exercise teacher. That was only one. Rest, anywhere and everywhere I went, the focus was only external. Point number 16 is Bangkok is ultra competitive. Very, very competitive. It pushes you to really up your game. Like even when I was there, when you see people dressed to impress, they know how to express. They like even these Thai girls who just unexpectedly just started to build up a conversation with me. Very, very sharp, very smart, very intelligent. So I was like, oh, sheesh, you know. So but like I said, more was focused on trying to impress. Um, Very rare. I guess maybe because I was in the main city where shopping malls, maybe if I was searching for intellectuals, I should have gone to a college. That can be up for debate. And last, if not the least, this is very subjective when I say the last point. The sense of happiness, the deeper sense of joy, I couldn't find it there. And I'm sorry, I'm not saying Bangkok is a bad place, but in comparison to Samui, I find this place giving me more contentment, more peace. Like, say, walking like this, I could never find any place in Bangkok like this. Maybe you'll get it in a garden, but you'll not get it anywhere else. The sense of joy, everything was so fast, everything was so rush, everything was so crazy. I'm just so happy at this peace, calm, and quiet. In fact, when I came down here, when I came to Samui, I felt as if someone put my headphones and put on the sound, noise cancellation. All of a sudden, it was like no noise. It felt so peaceful, man. Very, very peaceful. So, see, overall, I'll tell you, for some people, Bangkok is the place, Pattaya or any city, Dubai or Hong Kong, especially if you're young and you want to enjoy life and experience life in its all fullness. But for someone who wants peace and quiet, and I think especially after you cross a certain age threshold in your life, you don't want fast, furious, you don't want all these beautiful, sexy girls, men and women, and expensive places and expensive brands. Yes, I've lived that life. You can say I'm old. I've lived a life where I purchased Prada glasses and over expensive belts and socks and underwears and shirts and trousers and jewelry and girls and eating out at expensive joints. But at some point, you realize, okay, I was chasing all this. It's empty. And then you search for something that is deeper within. You want to be peace and quiet. You want to get up in silence. You want to eat quietly with your loved ones. Read, study, educate yourself. And yes, save money for a rainy day. You can't do that in Bangkok or any of these cities. City life is too fast. It was not my thing. Too fast, too expensive, too crazy. So if you're young, you're looking for action, looking for fun, looking for babes and guys and girls and adventure and brands and money and just to let you know, the 3 weeks of me, even though my client paid most of the other things, the 3 weeks that I spent just traveling, give a guess, how much did I spend for 3 weeks? 3 weeks in a country like Thailand, 3 weeks holiday. Okay, I'm not talking the hotel stay and all that. 3 weeks. I'm sure you'd come out with a figure. Got a figure, right? Maybe $3,000. Okay? I didn't spend $3,000. Not 4. Not 5. Not 6. Not 7. Not 8. Not 9. Not 10. 11,000 US dollars. Me, my wife, and baby. That is how expensive life is in the city for 3 weeks when you want to live a proper life. Yes, you can live for cheaper. I'm not saying you can't live for cheaper like how I stay here. I say damn cheap. But there, it's damn expensive. Anyway, this is my opinion, my experience. You can agree to disagree. Feel free to put your comments and thoughts down below. I hope this give you a perspective of life in the city like Bangkok versus life in the village where I stay. Love to hear your thoughts. It's me signing off. You guys take care.